Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Union City High School for tonight's baseball action between the Warren Dragons and the Union City Bears. I'm Cody Rose, and I'll be taking you through all of today's action here on the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today Sports Stream, as Union City competes in their final regular season game of the season as they get ready for the playoffs on Monday. Coming into this game, which is a non-region game, Warren comes in with a 4-13 overall record. They are 2-12 in Region 6, and they're coming off of a loss on Wednesday at Harbor Creek, in which they lost 10-7. Union City is coming into this game with a 10-5 overall record. They're 5-3 in Region 4, and they're coming off a game on Wednesday at home against Eisenhower, where they won 11-3. Union City comes into this game winning 5 of the last 6, so they've been on a hot streak, and Warren has lost 3 of the last 4. Both teams are in the playoffs, and both teams will be playing their final regular season game today, so it's a last tune-up before the playoffs begin. Again, I'm Cody Rose. I'll be taking you through all of today's action here on the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today Sports Stream between the Warren Dragons and the Union City Bears. As teams are meeting at the home plate as they get ready for opening pitch. Real quick to go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Warren Dragons, in the outfield, starting in left, will be Brady Chase. In center, Tage Wyman. And over in right, Colin Zadarko. Starting at first will be David Manning. Over at second, Brady Sheen. Manning the shortstop position, Duncan McGarry. Over at third will be Brock Bryan will be at third. And the catcher will be Wyatt Wilson for the starting pitcher for today's game, which is Zane Carlson. The designated hitter in the leadoff spot for the Dragons is Eli Snyder. So that's for the Dragons. That's their starters. And then for Union City, the Union City Bears in the outfield in left will be Luke Wright. In center, Ethan Mitchum. And over in right, Lucas Silka. At first, Joe Zahner. Manning second will be Colt Blakesley. At shortstop, Cooper Fox. And over at third will be Blake Turner. Catching is Ian Kinney. And the starting pitcher for today's game for the Bears will be Luke Rakeup. So we are about set. There's your lineups. And we're about set for baseball here on the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today Sports Stream. Again, I'm Cody Rose. I'll be taking you through all of the action. Warren Dragons and your Union City Bears. Union City's out on the field warming up as the leadoff batter's getting ready to step into the box, and we'll get ready for today's game to get underway. As Luke Rakeup again is on the mound, the left-hander. Couple more warm-up pitches, and we'll get this one underway. Live from the Union City High School. Varsity baseball action. Umpire says 2 more warm-up pitches, and then we'll get this one underway. There's the throw to second, and we are all set to play some baseball. Warren, Union City, varsity baseball action. So stepping into the box for Warren will be Eli Snyder. He is the designated hitter. And on the mound for Union City as the starting pitcher today, Luke Rakup. Rakup with the windup and the opening pitch of the game. It is strike one. A called strike one as 0-1 is the count. Good start for Rakup. Here's his next pitch, as that's a swing and a miss. Strike two. Rakup with the windup and the pitch, and check swing there. He didn't go, as that's a ball. 1-2 is the count. Good job holding up there by Eli Snyder. As that one was a little bit out of the zone. Windup in the pitch. And that's low for a ball. 2-2. So from 0-2 to 2-2. Rakup with his next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three, and there's the first out of the game. Good start for the Bears. And good start for Rakup. 1 up, 1 down, 1 strikeout. So next up will be the left fielder, Brady Chase, number 10. Rakup gets ready for his next pitch. Here's the windup and the pitch. And that's going to miss for a ball. 1-0 to count. Here's his next pitch. So that's going to be skied into left field. Left fielder comes in and makes the catch for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up the first baseman. This is David Manning. Rakup with his next pitch. In there for a called strike one. As that one's hit up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. A 2-out single for David Manning. As that's a nice line drive up the middle of the field for a base hit. That's going to bring up Brock Bryan. He leads the team in batting average at .377 so far on the season. He's the third baseman. Here's the pitch from Rakeup as that one misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch. So that one's low for a ball. 2-0. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs, top of the first, no score. Man on first for Warren. Next pitch. Misses there, ball 3. 3-0 the count. This is Rakeup trying to find his strike zone again. As that one's in there for a called strike, 3-1. And you have to figure that Brock Bryan will have the green light to swing here on the 3-1 count, the hitter's count. Here's the next pitch, and that one's low for a ball. That one gets away from the catcher. But it's ball 4 anyway, as both runners will advance. First and second still with 2 outs. And then we'll bring up Duncan McGarry, the shortstop. That one's low in the dirt, 1-0. Next pitch, in the dirt, 2-0. As Rakeup seems to have lost his command here a little bit. That one's in there for a strike. Runner takes off for third, and that's going to get away from the third baseman, but not far enough to where the runner will advance, but the runner from first also advances to second. So now we have runners on second and third here with 2 outs for the Dragons. 2 runners in scoring position. The base hit scores 2. 2-1 the count, 2 outs, no score, top of the first. The next pitch, that's low for a ball. 3-1 the count. Next pitch. That's going to be ball 4 as that just misses. So that's going to be the second walk in a row. So after getting the first 2 outs, the last 3 men have reached on a single and 2 walks. And now bring up Tage Wyman, the center fielder, with the bases loaded and 2 outs. In there for a called strike 1. See if UNC can get out of this without any damage done. Next pitch. Swing and a miss late on that one. 0-2 the count. Next pitch here by Raka. And that one's hit into left field. Left fielder going back to the wall, and that is off the wall, as that's going to score 2. And that's going to be a 2 RBI double. Nice hit there. So 2-0 Warren here with 2 outs, top of the first. Runners on second and third still. But 2 runs across on the long double by Tage Wyman. That'll bring up the pitcher here, Zane Carlson. First pitch in there for a strike. That went in for a strike as well, as it's 0-2. Swing and a miss late on that one for strike 3. As Warren will strand those other 2 runners on base, but they do score 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on. After 1/2 inning of play, Warren leads 2-0. Support for UNC play-by-play coverage on the UC Today sports stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, wishing the Bears the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street, Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. UC Today Sports thanks to Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, for their support of Union City Bears play-by-play. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is brought to you by Capella Landscape Design, providing custom landscape design and installation for over 27 years, including lawn maintenance, patios, walkways, fire pits, retaining walls, and more. Fully insured and offering year-round services. More information at capellalandscape.com or by calling 814-438-3066. UC Today Sports thanks Capella Landscape Design for being a major sponsor of Union City Bears play-by-play coverage. Support for UNC Bears sports coverage comes from King Service Center. King Service Center is located at 25167 Weed Road. They offer tires, oil changes, state safety inspection, and more. Phone number 814-694-3472. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided by Goldstar Chinese Restaurant, offering dine-in and takeout at 31 North Main Street in Union City. More information at goldstarchinesefood.com or by calling 814-438-2688. UC Today Sports thanks Goldstar Chinese Restaurant for their support. In coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is brought to you by Tops Friendly Markets of Union City, located at 19 East High Street in Union City. More information at topsmarkets.com or 814-438-7614. UC Today Sports thanks Tops Friendly Markets of Union City for their support. So we head to the bottom of the first inning as Warren has scored 2 in the top of the first. UNC trails 2-0 as they come to bat for the first time. As on the mound here for the Dragons will be Zane Carlson, number 40, and Ethan Mitchum, Ian Kinney, Blake Turner will be the 3 that will bat. Here's Ethan Mitchum, and there's the first pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike 1 as bottom of the first inning is underway. Here's the next pitch, as that one's high for a ball, 1-1. Here's the next windup and the pitch. And misses for a ball, 2-1. Swing and a miss there, 2-2. And that's going to be foul tip, strike 3. As Ethan Mitchum strikes out. Zane Carlson, a righty on the mound, facing the lefty Luke Rakeup for Union City. Here's the pitch to Ian Kinney as that goes for a ball, 1-0 the count. That one's hit over to a third baseman. He throws to first and makes the play. So that goes as a 5-3 ground out. So 2 up, 2 down for the Bears, just like the Dragons started. And then after that, they got the next 4 runners on base. So let's see if UNC can do the same. Blake Turner's up to bat now. Here's the windup and the pitch. So that one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Foul tip, strike 2. Here's the next pitch. So that one bounces to the plate. 1-2 the count. That one's in the dirt, 2-2. Carlson with a windup and his next pitch. That one misses, full count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit over to the second baseman. Second baseman grabs it up, throws to first, and gets the third out of the inning. So the Bears go no runs on no hits, no errors, none left on base. 3 up, 3 down in the first. 1, 2, 3 go the Bears. After one inning of play, Warren 2, Union City 0. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is brought to you by Rosco's Collision, providing computerized estimates along with collision repair and painting, and by Rosco's Vinyl Graphics and Printing Services, offering banners, signage, custom apparel, and promotional items, located on Waterford Street in Union City. Phone 814-438-7238. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided by George Fox Insurance Agency, serving the area since 1975 and home of UNC's favorite signs, located on North Main Street in Union City. Call 814-438-7606. UC Today Sports thanks George Fox Insurance Agency for their support. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is brought to you by Terry's Tax and Notary. Starting a new business or need help managing the one you have? Terry's Tax and Notary has you covered. With over 40 years of experience, they handle income tax preparation to payroll, bookkeeping, and business setup. Kelly Design can help get your business online fast. UC Today Sports thanks Terry's Tax and Notary for their support. So we head to the top of the second. We're through 1 inning of play, and the Dragons have an early lead on Union City. They're up 2-0 as we head to the second. Luke Raycup back there on the mound for the Bears. As 8-9-1 coming to the plate for the Dragons. Here's Cullen Zadarko leading off for the Warren here, number 22, the right fielder. Here's the pitch from Raycup, and that's going to be low for a ball, 1-0. Here's the next pitch. So that's in there for a called strike, 1-1. Next pitch. As he just gets a piece of that one, 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cullen Zadarko. Next pitch from Raycup here. So that one misses for a ball, 2-2. Just a miss there. 3-2. It's a full count now. Next pitch here from Raycup. It's going to be hit to center field. Center fielder runs over and makes the catch. Ethan Mitchum there with the catch for the first out of the inning. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the second. Brady Sheen, the second baseman, will now be up to bat. Then we'll head to the top of the order. Here's the pitch. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Top of the second, Warren leads 2-0. 1 out, 0-1 the count. No one on. Warren, Union City. Baseball action. Here's the next pitch from Raycup, and that one's in there for a called strike, 2. 0-2 the count. Here's the next pitch. As he gets a piece of that one, and that goes foul. Still 0-2. Next pitch here from Raycup is in the dirt. 1-2 now. Here's the next pitch. That one's going to be hit to the right field side. Right field racing in, but he's not going to get there. That's going to be a 1-out single by Brady Sheen. for the Dragons' third hit of the game. And that will send us back to the top of the order. And Eli Snyder, he struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. That one misses for a ball. Or, I'm sorry, that one in there for a strike, I meant to say. 0-1. That one's in there for a strike as well. 0-2 the count now. Next pitch. And one misses low for a ball. 1-2. That one just missed. Didn't miss by much, but it did miss. 2-2 is the count. Dribbled down the third base line, but that one goes foul. So the count's still 2-2. 1 out here in the inning. Man on first. Warren leads 2-0 here in the top of the second. Warren Dragons up to bat. Next pitch from Reka. In there for a called strike 3. So Eli Snyder has struck out both times up to the plate. One swinging and one looking. As that's going to bring up Brady Chase. He flew out his first time up. 2 outs in the inning. So that one goes foul. 0-1. Next pitch. That's a wild pitch. That one gets away from the catcher as the runner's going to go to second. As he's now in scoring position, the base hit likely gets him home. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. So that one's hit up the middle over the shortstop's head, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to get the runner home from second as he races home and beats the throw to home. As it was a good throw, but it was late. As it's now 3-0 Warren. As both times, as every time Warren scored, it's been with 2 outs. Both times in the first and here in the second as well. That first pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. This is David Manning up to bat. One and 0. Warren leads 3-0. So that one dribbled down the third base line, but goes foul. 1-1. We're in the top of the second. Warren leads 3-0 over Union City. 1-1 the count. Here with 2 outs, man on first. David Manning up to bat. the first. Gets back safely. Throws over the first again and back safely again, keeping the runner honest. And there goes the runner to second. Here's the throw to second. And if that was fielded cleanly, he would have had him. But couldn't hold on there at second. And that's going to be a stolen base. Nice throw from the catcher. Did everything right. Just couldn't field that one. So, man on second. 2 outs, 2-1 the count. 3-1 the count after the ball. (3-0). Warren leads. That's in there for a called strike. 3-2, full count. Here's the next pitch from Reka. As that's going to be hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop fields it. Cooper Fox throws over the first and makes the out to Joe Zahner. So after 1.5 innings of play, we head to the bottom of the second. Warren adds another run. They lead 3-0. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is made possible by Rancho Alegre Authentic Mexican Restaurant, serving authentic Mexican cuisine. Rancho Alegre is open Tuesday through Sunday, located at 16328 State Highway 8 in Union City. More information at ranchoalegrepa.com or by calling 814-438-6043. UC Today Sports thanks Rancho Alegre Authentic Mexican Restaurant for their support. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is made possible by Brown's Fitness Center with 24/7 access. Owner Seth Brown is a NASM certified personal trainer located at 1 South Main Street in Union City. Call 814-795-7743 for more information. UC Today Sports thanks Brown's Fitness Center for their support. And support for UNC Bears baseball and softball in the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided by Hitchy's Townhouse Tavern, now open at 21 North Main Street in Union City, serving food and daily specials for dine-in or takeout. UC Today Sports thanks Hitchy's Townhouse Tavern for their support. So we head to the bottom of the second, and UNC is trailing 3-0 as Luke Wright steps up to the plate for his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch, and that one's hit to right field, but that one slices foul. 0-1 the count. Luke Wright is the Bears' left fielder. As 4, 5, and 6, Luke Wright, Cooper Fox, and Luke Rakeup are up to bat here for UNC City, looking to be their first base runner as the Bears went 3 up, 3 down in the first. Here's the next pitch. As that one is going to be a foul ball, 0-2. And that's going to be hit to right field, and that's going to drop in there for a base hit for Luke Rakeup as the Bears get their first base runner of the game here in the top of the second with a leadoff single. So that'll bring up Cooper Fox. And let's see if that gets the Bears going here. Down 3-0, top of the second. Man on first, nobody out. Cooper Fox up to bat. Luke Wright actually leads Union City in batting average coming into today's game at .343. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0 is the count. That one goes foul, 1-1. Timeout there by the batter. 1-1 the count to Cooper Fox. Here's the next pitch. So that one's going to be popped up. It will go out of play for a foul ball, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Bears down 3-0, man on first. Cooper Fox up to bat. Here's the next pitch. As that one goes foul, he fights that one off for another foul ball as the count stays 1-2. Here's the next pitch. As that one's a nice hit to the center fielder, but right to the center fielder, and that's going to be a fly out for the first out of the inning. So that'll bring up Luke Rakeup, UNC's pitcher, for the first time up to the plate to bat. Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a called strike, 0-1. That one's going to be hit. Shortstop does get to it, but he's not going to be able to make a play on that one as Luke Rakeup is going to get an infield single. So runners on first and second for Union City with only 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Union City trails 3-0 as Joe Zahner steps up to the plate here. Here's the next pitch. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0 the count. Next pitch. In there for a called strike, 1-1. And he checked his swing, but he definitely went there, 1-2. And that was one in the dirt. Would have been a ball. But he went 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And the Bears' second strikeout of the game. So that'll bring up the right fielder, Lucas Silka, for his first plate appearance. Here's the pitch. Is that one, good job by the catchers, not letting that one get away. And therefore not letting the runners advance. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. Bears down 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 the count to Lucas Silka. Here's the pitch, and he's late on that one. That one, swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. That one's low for a ball, 2-1. He went there. 2-2. Tried checking his swing there, but he went 2-2 to the count. That one misses as Lucas Silka will steal third without a throw. Runners on the corners, first and third with 2 outs. Full count here after the ball. As that one's in there for a called strike 3 as the runner was stealing second. But it doesn't matter because that's in there for a called strike 3 for the strikeout on Lucas Silka. We are through 2 innings of play. We head to the third. Warren leads 3-0. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is provided by Dai Salon, located at 28 South Main Street in Union City. Dai Salon specializes in hair cutting with color and highlighting, along with perms, texture services, and updos. They also offer manicures, pedicures, and waxing services. For information, call 814-738-6225. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is brought to you by C.S. Warthman Funeral Home, serving the community for over 100 years, providing compassionate and affordable end-of-life services. Located at 69 North Main Street in Union City. For information, call 814-438-3811. UC Today Sports thanks C.S. Warthman Funeral Home for their support. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided by the Union City Pet Hospital, located at 2 South Main Street in Union City. More information at unioncityveterinarian.com or by calling 814-438-7876. UC Today Sports thanks to Union City Pet Hospital for their support. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is provided by First Global Methodist Church in Union City at 42 East High Street in Union City. Sunday service is at 9:30 a.m. More information at firstgmuc.church. And coverage of this game on UC Today Sports is brought to you by Countryside Grill, located at 10 South Main in Union City. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 8 and Saturdays from 8 to 2. Countryside Grill serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including homemade pies and soups, along with popular specials including Friday fish fry, fried or baked, fried chicken, steaks, shrimp scampi, barbecue baby back ribs, and meatloaf dinners. So we head here to the top of the third. Warren leads 3-0. As number 3, Brock Bryan, steps up to the plate as he takes a called strike, 0-1 the count. 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the order coming up for the Dragons, as that one's in there for a called strike 2 from Luke Rakup. 0-2. Here's the next pitch. In there for a called strike 3 for the first out of the inning. It's the third strikeout of the game by Rakup. Here's Duncan McGarry, as that one misses for a ball, 1-0. McGarry walked his first time up. He's the shortstop for the Dragons. Here's the next pitch, and that one's hit to the center fielder. Center fielder moves over a couple steps and makes the catch. Nice hit ball, though. So 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the top of the third, as that'll bring up Tage Wyman. He doubled and had 2 RBIs. A 2 RBI double his first time up. So that one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch. In there for a called strike 2, 0-2. Next pitch from Rakeup. As that one's in the dirt. 1-2. Rakeup lines up in the next pitch. So that's going to be hit foul. Still 1-2. Next pitch. Good job holding up on that one. He thought about it. As that one was low for a ball. 2-2 the count. As he fouls that one off again. Still 2-2. Next pitch from Rakeup. Here's the windup in the pitch. And again, he fouls one off. Good battle here. He's making Rakeup work to get this out. Actually, this is not Rakeup. This is actually Cooper Fox who's into the game as the pitcher. That's going to be hit over to the shortstop, and that's going to be an error. As shortstop couldn't get to that one, and he'll reach on the air. So now bring up Zane Carlson in there for a called strike. Throws to first, trying to get him out, but he gets it back there safely. As that one is hit foul. Oh, 0-2 the count. So that just misses. 1-2. Throws to second. And runner is in there safely. Swing and a miss there for a third out of the inning. As we're through 2.5. Warren leads 3-0. Support for UNC play-by-play coverage on the UC Today Sports Stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, wishing the Bears the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street, Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. You see today's sports thanks to Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, for their support of UNC Bears play-by-play. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball in the UC Today Sports Stream is brought to you by Capella Landscape Design, providing custom landscape design and installation for over 27 years, including lawn maintenance, patios, walkways, fire pits, retaining walls, and more. Fully insured and offering year-round services. More information at capellalandscape.com or by calling 814-438-3066. UC Today Sports thanks Capella Landscape Design for being a major sponsor of UNC City Bears play-by-play coverage. Support for UNC Bears sports coverage comes from King Service Center. King Service Center is located at 25167 Weed Road. They offer tires, oil changes, state safety inspection, and more. Phone number 814-694-3472. As Colt Blakesley steps up to the plate, 9-1-2 here in the bottom of the third. As UNC tries to hit the scoreboard for the first time. We're in the bottom of the third, and Warren leads 3-0. So that's a called strike one. 0-1 the count to Colt Blakesley. Here's to the next pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. That one's low for a ball, 1-2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three, but that's in the dirt. Drop third strike, throws over the first, and makes the strikeout official for the first out of the inning. It's going to be 3 straight strikeouts by Zane Carlson. His 4th strikeout of the game. That will send us back to the top of the order as Ethan Mitchum comes up to bat. He struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. A nice bunt laid down as that one goes to a pitcher. He throws to first, and he's safe. He's in there. Nice bunt laid down there by Ethan Mitchum for the Bears' 3rd hit of the contest. That'll bring up Ian Kinney. He grounded out his first time. Mitchum heads towards second. Catcher throws to second. What a throw. And he almost gets him. That was a perfect throw. But the shortstop just a little bit late on the tag as Ethan Mitchum is in there safely. But what a throw by the catcher. He's going to third. Here's the catcher again as the third baseman can't grasp that one. And he's in there for another stolen base. He's in there at third. 1-1 the count, 1 out. Bears down 3-0, bottom of the third. Here's the next pitch to Ian Kinney. It's in there for a called strike, 1-2. Here's the next pitch. As that's going to be dribbled down the third base line, but goes foul. 1-2, 1 out. Bottom of the third. UNC has a man at third. Bears down 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Here's the next pitch. As that one's popped up. Right fielder racing in, and near one can get to that as second baseman and the right fielder collide. And that's going to easily score Mitchum from third. As the Bears are on the board, it's now 3-1. As Ian Kinney's going to reach on the air. No, I'm going to give him a base hit. That was a tough play. So Blake Turner up to bat, 3-1, UNC trails. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0 to Blake Turner. Throws back to first, but he's back safely. UNC trails 3-1, bottom of the third. 1 out, man on first. Here's the next pitch, as that one's going to be lined and just past the center fielder, as that's going to be a base hit by Blake Turner. And he's going to be in there for a double, and that's going to send Kenny all the way down to third. Bears have second and third with only 1 out. They're going to have a meeting at the mound here. And talk to the starting pitcher, Zane Carlson. Who up until this inning has pitched very well. 4 strikeouts, no walks. So far he's still only given up the 1 run, but Bears are rolling. They have runners on second and third with only 1 out. Both runners in scoring position. The tying run is at second. And that's going to bring up Luke Wright, who singled his first time. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a called strike. Here's the next pitch, as he's going to foul that one off to the backstop, 0-2. He had to duck out of the way from that one, 1-2. Next pitch. And that one's going to be hit. Soft blooper into center field, and that's going to score 1 as Luke Wright gets another RBI single. He's 2 for 2 with an RBI on the day. As Ian Kinney gets home. They'll bring up Cooper Fox. He's 0 for 1 with a flyout his first time. It's 3-2 with 1 out, bottom of the third. Here's the pitch. Showing bunt there. Pulls back as that's a ball, 1-0. Next pitch. That one goes foul. 1-1. Next pitch here from Zane Carlson to Cooper Fox is in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Whereas going to second, here's the throw. He gets back there. He gets there safely. So Bears have two runners in scoring position again. Runners at second and third with only one out. 3-2 is our score. Warren leads here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 is the count to Cooper Fox. Here's the next pitch. As that's going to be hit into center field, but right to the center fielder. As runner is going to tag and get in there safely, Blake Turner, as the Bears tie it up on the sacrifice fly. So 3-3 is our score. Luke Rakeup now up to bat. He's singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch, and that's outside for a ball. 1-0. Next pitch. In there for a called strike. 1-1. 3-3 is our score. Bottom of the third. 2 outs, 1-1 the count to Luke Rakeup. Man on third for Union City. As that's in there for a called strike. 1-2. Union City can get that run home. They'll take their first lead of the game. But they're not going to be able to as Luke Rakeup swings and misses at one out of the zone for a strikeout. It's going to be Carlson's 5th strikeout of the day. But UNC does score 3 to tie the game up. As after 3 innings of play, we're tied at 3. We head to the 4th. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided by Goldstar Chinese Restaurant, offering dine-in and takeout at 31 North Main Street in Union City. More information at goldstarchinesefood.com or by calling 814-438-2688. UC Today Sports thanks Goldstar Chinese Restaurant for their support. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is brought to you by Tops Friendly Markets of Union City, located at 19 East High Street in Union City. More information at topsmarkets.com or 814-438-7614. UC Today Sports thanks Tops Friendly Markets of Union City for their support. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Sports Stream is brought to you by Rosco's Collision, providing computerized estimates along with collision repair and painting, and by Rosco's Vinyl Graphics and Printing Services, offering banners, signage, custom apparel, and promotional items, located on Waterford Street in Union City. Phone 814-438-7238. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided by George Fox Insurance Agency, serving the area since 1975 and home of UNC's favorite signs. Located on North Main Street in Union City, call 814-438-7606. UC Today Sports thanks George Fox Insurance Agency for their support. So we head to the top of the 4th, and we are tied at 3. Cooper Fox back on the mound here as number 22 steps up to the plate, and that is Colin Sidarko. He flew out his first time up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. 1-0 the count after the ball. Make that 2-0. That one misses as well. 3-0. 3 straight balls to start the inning. As the batter will be taking here. And he does, and that's a called strike. 3-1. That one's in there for a called strike. 3-2. Here's the next pitch from Cooper Fox. As that one is grounded. And Cooper Fox is going to get to that one, but it's not going to be in time, as that's going to be an infield single by Colin Sidarko. With the leadoff single. So that's going to bring up Brady Sheen. He singled and scored a run his first time up. Here's the next pitch from Cooper Fox, and that one is high for a ball. 1-0. Throws over the first, but the runner is back safely. Fouls that one off, 1-1. Three is our score, top of the fourth. 1-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. As that one's going to be grounded to the shortstop. Shortstop steps on second, throws over the first for the double play and doesn't get him. His first baseman couldn't grasp that one, but does get the lead man for the first out of the inning. So now send us back to the top of the order, and Eli Snyder. He struck out both times to the plate, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. He misses there for a ball, 1-0. Cooper Funk's on the mound after Luke Rake through 2 innings. 3-3 is our score, top of the fourth. Here's the next pitch from Fox, as that's going to be popped up into the air, but that's going to go foul. 1-1. That one goes foul, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. 3-3 is our score, top of the fourth. And that's in there for a called strike 3 as he strikes out for a third time. That's in there for a called strike 1 to Brady Chase. Strike 2 there. Here's the next pitch as that one's dribbled down the third base line. Third baseman's going to get it, but throw over the first, but it's going to be too late. So that's going to be an infield single. By Brady Chase. He's now 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles, an RBI, and a flyout. So runners on first and second here with 2 outs in the inning. For the Dragons, as we are tied at 3 here in the top of the fourth. That one misses for a ball, 1-0 the count. That one in there for a called strike. 1-1. That one misses for a ball. 2-1. In there for a called strike. 2-2. This is David Manning up to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He singled and scored a run, and then he grounded out his last time up. Here's the next pitch as that one's hit to the right side of the field, but that one is going to slice foul as it's now 2-2. Still 2-2, should say. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the fourth. We're tied at 3 here. Warren Dragons, Union City Bears. Last game of the regular season before the playoffs begin on Monday. Cooper Fox getting ready for his next pitch. Here it is. That one misses there for a ball, 3-2. He chases the runner back to second base. Here's the next pitch from Fox, and that one goes foul. 3-2 the count, full count, 2 outs. Top of the fourth, 3-3 is our score. Men on first and second for the Dragons. Next pitch from Fox. As batter calls time. Next pitch from Fox is that one's going to be hit up the middle to the shortstop, but you can't come up with it. As that's going to score a run. Throw to third. He can't come up with that one. And batter's going to go to second. So that's going to be an error on the shortstop. As the Dragons take a 4-3 lead. As we're going to have another pitching change as Blake Turner comes in to pitch for the Bears. So 4-3 is our score. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Blake Turner now coming in to pitch. In the top of the fourth, runners at second and third for the Dragons. Dragons lead 4-3. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is brought to you by Terry's Tax and Notary. Starting a new business or need help managing the one you have? Terry's Tax and Notary has you covered. With over 40 years of experience, they handle income tax preparation to payroll, bookkeeping, and business setup. Kelly Design can help get your business online fast. UC Today Sports thanks Terri's Tax and Notary for their support. So Bronk Bryan is now at the plate. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. He struck out looking his last time up. Here's the pitch from Turner. That one misses for a ball, 2-0. So Blake Turner now on the mound as Cooper Fox goes an inning and 2/3. That one misses. 3-0. And that's in there for a strike. 3-1. Next pitch. In there for another strike. 3-2. So 3-0 to 3-2 now by Blake Turner. Nice job. See if he can finish it off here. It's the Bears trail by 1, top of the 4th. In there for a cold strike 3. As you can see, gets out of the innings with no further damage done. But the Dragons do score 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-3. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is made possible by Rancho Alegre Authentic Mexican Restaurant, serving authentic Mexican cuisine. Rancho Alegre is open Tuesday through Sunday, located at 16328 State Highway 8 in Union City. More information at ranchoalegrepa.com or by calling 814-438-6043. UC Today Sports thanks Rancho Alegre Authentic Mexican Restaurant for their support. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is made possible by Brown's Fitness Center with 24/7 access. So owner Seth Brown is a NASM certified personal trainer located at 1 South Main Street in Union City. Call 814-795-7743 for more information. UC Today Sports thanks Brown's Fitness Center for their support. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union Sports Stream is provided by Hitchy's Townhouse Tavern, now open at 21 North Main Street in Union City, serving food and daily specials for dine-in or takeout. UC Today Sports thanks Hitchy's Townhouse Tavern for their support. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Union City trails 4-3 to Warren. Here in the bottom of the 4th, as Joe Zahner steps up to the plate. 7-8-9 to the plate for the Bears. All of them struck out their first time up, and here's the next pitch. That one misses for a ball, 1-0 to Zahner. Here's the next pitch. 2-0 as that one goes high. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Here's the next pitch. So that one's going to be hit over to third baseman. Third baseman comes over, makes the play, and throws to first, and that's the out. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 4th as Joe Zahner grounds out to the third baseman, 5-3. They'll bring up Lucas Soka. In there for a cold strike, 0-1. In there for a cold strike, 0-2. So that one's going to be hit over to the third baseman again. He makes the play, throws over the first, and does not get the out. As that one's over the third baseman's head, first baseman's head, as that's going to be an error. That's going to be an E5 as Lucas Silka reaches on the air. And now bring up Colt Blakesley. He struck out his first time up. See if UNC can make Warren pay for the mistake here. Here's the pitch. As that one's going to be hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop throws over the second baseman for the out. Throws over the first. Does not make the play. As Colt Blakesley's going to reach on a fielder's choice. Does get the lead man, though. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. UNC trails 4-3. And that will send us back to the top of the order. And Ethan Mitchum. He struck out and had a bunt single and scored one of the Bears' 3 runs of the game. So he's 1 for 2. As that one misses for a ball. 1-0 is the count to Ethan Mitchum. Man on first. Bears down 4-3. Bottom of the fourth. 1-0 the count to Ethan Mitchum. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. As that one misses for a ball. 2-0. Next pitch. Swing and a miss there. 2-1. That one misses. 3-1. Next pitch. Swing and a miss, 3-2, full count. Runner goes, but it's a foul ball. Full count. Here's the next pitch. Runner goes again, but that's in there for a called strike 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. 6 strikeouts for Carlson so far in this one. We head to the 5th. Bears trail 4-3. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is provided by Dai Salon, located at 28 South Main Street in Union City. Dai Salon specializes in hair cutting with color and highlighting, along with perms, texture services, and updos. They also offer manicures, pedicures, and waxing services. For information, call 814-738-6225. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is brought to you by C.S. Warthman Funeral Home, serving the community for over 100 years, providing compassionate and affordable end-of-life services. Located at 69 North Main Street in Union City. For information, call 814-438-3811. UC Today Sports thanks C.S. Warthman Funeral Home for their support. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball in the UC Today Corry Federal Credit Union sports stream is provided by Union City Pet Hospital, located at 2 South Main Street in Union City. More information at uncityveterinarian.com or by calling 814-438-7876. UC Today Sports thanks Union City Pet Hospital for their support. So we're through 4 innings, and we head to the 5th as the Bears trail 4-3 to Warren. The Warren Dragons. It's the final regular season game of the season as the playoffs begin on Monday. For softball and baseball, District 10 playoffs. Here's to throw the second, and we are set to begin the 5th inning. As out comes number 17, this is Duncan McGarry. He's 0 for 1. He walked his first time up, and then he flew out last time. Here's the pitch from Blake Turner, and that's going to be hit to center field. Center fielder races over, and he's going to make the catch. Nice play by Ethan Mitchum, as that's going to be the first out of the inning. Tage Wyman now up to the plate. He reached on there his last time up. That's going to be a strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch from Blake Turner here is that he swings and misses at that one. 0-2. Next pitch from Turner here. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 for the second out of the inning. And that's going to be Blake Turner's second strikeout. That one is a pop-up by Zane Carlson, but that one goes out of play. 0-1 the count after the foul ball. Blake Turner with the pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 0-2 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Bears trail 4-3 to Warren. 0-2 the count on Zane Carlson. Pitcher against pitcher here. And that's a called strike 3 for the third out of the inning. As Zane Carlson strikes out for the third time. That's the third strikeout of the game for Blake Turner. And we head to the bottom of the 5th. The Bears trying to tie the game or go ahead for the first time in the game. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Bears trail 4-3. Support for UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today sports stream is provided by First Global Methodist Church in Union City at 42 East High Street in Union City. Sunday service is at 9:30 a.m. More information at firstgmuc.church. Coverage of this game on UC Today Sports is brought to you by Countryside Grill, located at 10 South Main in Union City. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 8 and Saturdays from 8 to 2. Countryside Grill serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, including homemade pies and soups, along with popular specials including Friday fish fry, fried or baked, fried chicken, steaks, shrimp scampi, barbecue baby back ribs, and meatloaf dinners. Here's the throw the second, and we are set to begin the bottom of the 5th. Bears trail 4-3 as Ian Kinney steps up to the plate. Ian Kinney's 1 for 2 on the day. He grounded out, and last time he had an RBI single, and he scored a run. Here's the first pitch to Kinney. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0. And one's high for a ball, 2-0. That one's popped up into the air, but right to the shortstop as he makes the catch, and that's the first out of the inning. Blake Turner up to bat now. He doubled and scored a run his last time up. He's 1 for 2. That one's in there for a called strike, 0-1. As the batter calls time, steps back in, and we're ready to go. Here's the pitch. So that one's high for a ball, 1-1. As Blake Turner pops that one up, first baseman runs over, and he's going to make the catch. So 2 pop outs to begin this half of the 5th. 2 up, 2 down, and that's going to bring up Luke Wright. He's 2 for 2 so far on the day with 2 singles and an RBI. Hoping to get UNC going here in the 5th as Bears trail 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs. Next pitch. In there for a called strike, 0-1. Swing and a miss there at the low ball, 0-2. Here's the next pitch. As that one goes foul. Still 0-2. Way to stay alive there. Luke Wright up to bat here. 0-2 count. Sounds high for a ball, 1-2. Here's the next pitch. That one's going to be popped up into the air as well. Shortstop races over, and he is going to make the catch. So 3 pop outs for the Bears that inning as they go down in order 1, 2, 3. As we're now through 5, we head to the 6th. Bears trail 4-3. Support for UNC play-by-play coverage on the UC Today Sports Stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, wishing the Bears the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street, Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. UC Today Sports thanks to Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, for their support of UNC Bears play-by-play. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Sports Stream is brought to you by Capella Landscape Design, providing custom landscape design and installation for over 27 years, including lawn maintenance, patios, walkways, fire pits, retaining walls, and more. Fully insured and offering year-round services. More information at capellalandscape.com or by calling 814-438-3066. UC Today Sports thanks Capella Landscape Design for being a major sponsor of UNC Bears play-by-play coverage. So we're now through 5 innings of play. We head to the top of the 6th, and the Bears trail 4-3 as Blake Turner's back on the mound warming up to begin the 6th inning of play. As on paper, this is when UNC City should win, but Warren has came to play today, the Dragons have, as Warren comes in with a 4-13 overall record. UNC comes in at 10-5. The Bears running out of outs. They have 6 outs to work with. But so do the Dragons, who are looking to add more. As this is going to be Colin Zadarko. He's 1 for 2 on the day. He singled his last time up. So that's in there for a called strike, 0-1. Here's the next pitch as he swings and misses at that one, 0-2. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be hit over to the shortstop. Cooper Fox picks that one up, throws over the first. And it's not going to be in time as he makes it there safely on the infield single. They'll bring up Brady Sheen. It's in there for a strike. 0-1. Shows bunt, pulls away there as that's a ball, 1-1. Shows bunt again, pulls back, 2-1 as that's a ball. Bears trail 4-3, top of the 6th, 2-1 count here to Brady Sheen. Man on first. No one out. As throw to second, and that's not going to be fielded. As that's going to be a stolen base by Colin Zadarko. Nice throw there from the catcher, Ian Kinney, but wasn't fielded cleanly, and he gets in there safely. So runner at second, still nobody out. Dragons looking to add to their 1-run lead. Here's the pitch, and that's a swing and a miss, 2-2. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3 for the first inning, and that's a big out there, as that's going to hold the runner at second. At least for now, as that's the 4th strikeout so far by Blake Turner. I believe the 10th strikeout of the game for Union City, as that one is in there but misses for a ball, 1-0. Back to the top of the order. This is Eli Snyder. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. That one misses, 2-0. It's in there for a called strike, 2-1. Going to be hit over to the third baseman. He cannot field it, and that's going to be that's going to be a single. As Eli Snyder gets his first base save of the game, as that's going to bring up Brady Chase. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles, an RBI, and a flyout. As runners are on first and third, runners on the corners with still only one out, top of the sixth. Warren leads 4-3. Breathy chase up to bat. Here's the pitch, and runner is going to steal second without a throw. Second and third, so two runners in scoring position. The base hit scores two. Makes it a three-run game. Bears trying to hold it only to one here, but they're going to have some work to do as that one misses for a ball. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one misses for a ball. 2-0. It's Blake Turner trying to find his command here. That one misses. 3-0. Here's the pitch from Turner. That's in there for a called strike. 3-1. As that's high for ball 4. As Blake Turner will issue his first walk. And that's going to load up the bases here for Warren with only one out. Leading 4-3 in the top of the sixth. So that's going to bring up David Manning. He's 1 for 3. He singled, scored the run. Then he grounded out. And last time he reached on an air. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Blake Turner with his next pitch. And misses for a ball. 1-1. His catcher tried to frame that one, but it missed. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. As that one's low for a ball. 2-1 the count. Bears could use a double play here. So here's the next pitch from Blake Turner. That one's high for a ball. 3-1. And you don't want to walk him, obviously, because that'll get the run home from third. And that would score a run as well. So he needs to find his command here at 3-1 count. Next pitch from Blake Turner. And that one's high for a ball 4. And that's going to score a run after the walk. That's going to bring up Brock Bryan. He's 0 for 2. He's walked, scored a run, and the last 2 times he's struck out looking. As that one's a wild pitch, goes way over the catcher's head, and that's going to get the runner home from third and advance the runners one base. As that goes second and third, still only one out, and now the score is 6-3. As Blake is now down. Not sure what happened there. The trainer and coach are checking on him. They're going to help him up. And he's going to walk off under his own power. So we're going to have a pitching change, obviously, here, as Luke Wright is going to come into pitch. Dragons lead 6-3 here in the top of the sixth. 1 out. Runners on second and third. 1 ball, no strikes. On the batter, which is Brock Bryant. As Luke Wright continues warming up here. Top of the sixth again. Dragons lead 6-3. So we're just about ready to get back going here again. One 0 the count. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a called strike. 1-1. That one misses for a ball. 2-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Bears trail 6-3 in the top of the sixth. Runners on second and third. That one's going to be hit to the center fielder. Center fielder goes back. He's going to make the catch, but runner's going to tag from third, and he's going to make it home easily for another run to make it 7-3 Dragons. So that's going to bring up Duncan McGarry. He's 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts and a walk. That's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. That's low for a ball, 1-1. Next pitch. In there for a called strike, 1-2. Runner goes to third. Catcher tries to get him out, but he's in there safely. So 2-2 is the count. 2 outs, 7-3 Warren, man on third, top of the sixth. Here's the next pitch as that one's hit over to the first baseman. He's going to run over the first, unassisted, and that will be the third out of the inning. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Union City trails 7-3. Dragon Bears up to bat next. Support for UNC play-by-play coverage on the UC Today Sports Stream is provided in part by the Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, wishing the Bears the best of luck this season. The Corry Federal Credit Union has been serving the community since 1958. They offer a wide range of financial services for you or your business. The Corry Federal Credit Union is located at 728 Worth Street in Corry, 56 North Main Street, Union City, 315 Main Street in Spartanburg, and online at corryfcu.org. UC Today Sports thanks to Corry Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union, for their support of Union City Bears play-by-play. Coverage of UNC Bears baseball and softball on the UC Today Sports Stream is brought to you by Capella Landscape Design, providing custom landscape design and installation for over 27 years, including lawn maintenance, patios, walkways, fire pits, retaining walls, and more. Fully insured and offering year-round services. More information at capellalandscape.com or by calling 814-438-3066. UC Today Sports thanks Capella Landscape Design for being a major sponsor of Union City Bears play-by-play coverage. I want to thank them and all of our sponsors for helping us make what we do possible and bringing these games to you live for the Union City Bears. So we head to the bottom of the sixth. Bears trail 7-3 to Warren as Bears running out of outs. Cooper Fox will lead off here. 5, 6, and 7 coming up here for the Bears in this inning of play. Cooper Fox is 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI on a sac fly. He flew out his first time up. Here's the pitch. That's high for a ball, 1-0. The Bears have some work to do now. They go from trailing by 1 to trailing by 4. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be lifted into the air as left fielder comes in and makes the play for the out. That'll bring up Luke Rake up. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and struck out so far. That one misses for a ball, 1-0. That's in there for a called strike, 1-1. Bottom of the sixth, Bears trail 7-3, 1-1 count, 1 out to Luke Rake up. Here's the next pitch. As that's going to be hit down the third base line. Third baseman picks it up, throws over the first, and that's going to be an out. So 2 up, 2 down, 2 quick outs, and that's going to bring up Joe Zahner. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. The Bears look to get things going here. Still down by 4, bottom of the sixth, 7-3. That one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. High for a ball, 1-1. Next pitch here. In there for a called strike. 1-2 now. Here's the next pitch. As that one's lifted into the air to the right fielder. Right fielder comes in and makes the catch for the third out. 3 up, 3 down go the Bears. As we head to the 7th inning, UNC trails by 4. It's 7-3. So as we head to the 7th, now is the perfect time to tell you about some playoffs next week. For baseball, the baseball team, they'll be in the 2A quarterfinals on Monday as they are the number 7 seed, and they'll face the 2 seed Sagertown. That'll take place on Monday at Allegheny College at 3:15 p.m. So that's for baseball. Again, the 2A quarterfinals. Union City as the 7 seed, Sagertown the 2 seed. That'll be at Allegheny College on Monday at 3:15 p.m. So that's the baseball side. Now over on the softball side for the Bears, they'll also be in the 2A quarterfinals on Monday. Union City as the 6 seed and Sagertown as the 3 seed. They'll be playing a night game at 7 p.m. at Slippery Rock University. So those are the playoff matchups that were announced this morning for the District 10 playoffs. And both games will take place on Monday. Now, we will be bringing you both games. Doug and I are going to bring you the baseball game. And if there's time, I'm going to ride up with, if the baseball game ends early enough, I'm going to ride up with Doug and do the softball game with him. But either way, both games will be covered. Baseball and softball on Monday, District 10 playoffs. So that's coming up next week. So we head to the top of the 7th. Here, Bears trail 7-3 to the Warren Dragons. As that one misses for a ball, 1-0. Luke Wright back on the mound. As that one's hit down the third base line, but goes foul. This is number 35, Tage Wyman. He struck out his last time up. 1-1 the count to Wyman. As that's high for a ball, 2-1. Here's the next pitch. So that's in there for a strike, 2-2. Called strike 2. And that's a called strike 3. He strikes him out. And that's going to be Luke Wright's first strikeout of the game. So that'll bring up the pitcher, Zane Carlson. He struck out all 3 times he's been to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch, and that's not going to be a strikeout as that one's lifted into center field. Center fielder moves over, makes the catch. So 2 quick outs here as we now have 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Colin Zadarko now. He singled and scored a run his last time. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Here's the pitch. That one's high for a ball, 1-0. All right, here's the next pitch from Luke Wright, as that one's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Next pitch. In there for a called strike. 1-2. Hit down the third base line, but foul. Still 1-2 the count. 7-3 Warren, top of the seventh. 2 outs, 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch, as he just gets a piece of that one. Still 1-2. Next pitch from Wright. So that's going to be hit to the shortstop. Cooper Fox picks that one up, throws over the first, and he's going to be out. Wow. What a play by Cooper Fox there for the third out of the inning, as he must have just got him there for the third out. So we head to the bottom of the seventh. UNC trails by 4, 7-3. Warren leads. And to the bottom of the seventh, Bears' last chance coming up. And again, you're watching the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today sports stream. I'm Cody Rhodes, taking you through all of today's action. And we thank you for joining us here, as the Dragons lead 7-3 as we head to the bottom of the seventh. Bears' last chance here. 4 to tie, 5 to win. Eight, 9, and 1 will be coming up for the Bears. Lucas Silka, Colt Blakesley, and Ethan Mitchum. As Lucas Silka leads off for the Bears. Here's the pitch. So that one misses. 1-0. Here's the next pitch. That's in there for a called strike. 1-1. That misses. 2-1. And a nice bunt laid down right back to the pitcher. Pitcher throws to first, and that's going to be the first out. Nice play there by the pitcher, Zane Carlson. And that's going to bring up Colt Blakesley. He reached on a fielder's twice his last time up. Here's the pitch. As he swings there. Little half swing there. 0-1 the count. Here's the next pitch. So that's in there for strike 2. 0-2. Next pitch. That one missed there as he jumps out of the way. 1-2 the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out. Bottom of the seventh. UNC's last chance. Down 7-3 to the Warren Dragons. Here's the pitch as he just gets a piece of that one. 1-2 the count. That goes foul to the backstop. Next pitch. And that's going to be softly dribbled back. And catcher throws over the first and does not make the play. As Colt Blakesley going to get a soft hit infield single. That's going to send us back to the top of the order, but that's going to be it for the day for Zane Carlson, who goes 6 in the third. As we have a new pitcher here for the Dragons, and it's going to be number 33 coming into the game. And this is Heath Jennis, who will be on the mound, hoping to get the final 2 outs and earn the save. As he warms up here. Bears down 7-3 to Warren. Bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Man on first is Colt Blakesley. As we head to the top of the order. And Ethan Mitchum up to bat. He's 1 for 3 so far in the day with a bunt single. He scored a run and he struck out twice. One's swinging and one's looking. Umpire says 2 warm-up pitches left. As Ethan Mitchum steps up to the plate. Here's the pitch. It's now 1 miss for a ball. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the 7th. UNC trails 7-3. Man on first. 1 out. 1-0 the count to the top of the order. Ethan Mitchum here. As that one is a wild pitch, and Colt Blakesley going to make it to second easily on the wild pitch. 2-0 the count to Ethan Mitchum. This is the part of the order where UNC wants to be here. Here's the next pitch. So that one misses for a ball. 3-0 the count. To Ethan Mitchum. Next pitch. That's going to miss for a ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Ethan Mitchum. As that's going to bring up Ian Kinney. Runners on first and second. 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Bears trail 7-3. Ian Kinney up to bat. Here's the pitch. As that misses for the 5th straight ball by the relief pitcher Heath Jennis. 1-0 the count. Here's the next pitch. That one's in there, though, for a strike. Called strike 1. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. That's in there. 1-2. That one misses. And actually, they're going to say that hit him. So that's going to load up the bases for Union City, and things are getting interesting now. As the tying run comes to the plate, Braxton Hellier. As here's the pitch. That misses for a ball, 1-0. Bases loaded, 1 out. Bears down by 4. Here's the pitch. That missed for a ball, 2-0. And they're going to go have a meeting at the mound. As here, we're in the bottom of the 7th. Bears trail by 4. It's 7-3. Bears have the tying run at the plate. Braxton Hellier. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. And the count's 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. As that one gets away from the catcher. Runners do not advance. 3-0 the count. 3 balls, no strikes. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be ball 4. That's a 4-pitch walk. That's going to get a run home. So now it's a 3-run game. And now that's going to bring the winning run to the plate, Luke Wright. If he can hit one over the fence, or if he can get back to home plate and score, the game will be over. He's 2 for 3 so far. He has 2 singles, an RBI, and a pop out. He popped out his last time up. So the score is 7-4. Union City trails bottom of the 7th, 1 out. Bases are loaded. Luke Wright up to bat. He's 2 for 3 on the day. As we're going to have another pitching change. So this is going to be number 10, Brady Chase, in the pitch. As he warms up. Things have gone interesting here in the 7th. As the Bears trying to pull off a win walk-off style. Coming from behind to win the game. In a game that the Bears have not led in at all. They've tied it once at 3. But they have not led. As here comes Luke Wright, the winning run. If he can get back around and score, he'd be the winning run. That's assuming the other 3 on base would score as well. So here's the pitch to Luke Wright. So that one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Luke Wright fouls that one off. It's 0-2. As check swing foul ball there as he fouls that one off. Still 0-2. Here's the next pitch. As he's going to hit that over the third baseman. Third baseman does make the play, so nice job there. But a run is going to get home by Luke Wright, an RBI. And that's going to bring Cooper Fox up to the plate. Bears trail 7-5, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Cooper Fox up to the plate. Runners on second and third. Tying run is at second. Cooper Fox is the winning run. Is that one missed for a ball? 1-0. As that one's going to be in there for a base hit by Cooper Fox. As the run is going to get home. And if they would have sent him, he would have got home. Score is now 7-6 as things are now interesting here. 2 outs here as Luke Rakeup is now up to bat. As that's ball 1. 1-0 the count. Bears have runners at second and third. 2 outs. And that's going to be an intentional walk to Luke Rakeup. Bears have the bases loaded. With 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, trailing by 1. It's 7-6 Warren. As the Bears have the bases loaded, the winning run is at second. The tying run is at third. As Joe Senior steps up to the plate, here's the pitch. As that one's in there for a called strike. 0-1 the count. Wild ending here. As that one's going to be hit into right field, and there is the catch for the final out of the game. As the Bears fall in this one 7-6. As what a game we had in this one. As the Warren Dragons will take down the Bears by the final score of 7-6. And what a game we had today. As the Dragons now improve to 5-13 on the season, and the Bears fall to 10-6. Again, the Dragons take down the Bears 7-6. Again, we will be with you on Monday as the baseball team will be back in action on Monday as they will travel to Allegheny College to take on the Sagertown Panthers at 3:15 p.m. on Monday afternoon. The softball team will also be in action on Monday afternoon as they travel to Slippery Rock University on Monday night at 7 p.m. as they take on the Sagertown Lady Panthers at 7 p.m. on Monday night at Slippery Rock University. But we'll see you then at Allegheny College for the baseball game against Sagertown in the District 10 playoffs. So we'll see you on Monday on the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today Sports Stream. Again, I'm Cody Rose. Thank you for joining us here today. And we'll see you next time live on the Corry Federal Credit Union UC Today Sports Stream. Again, the Warren Dragons take down the UNC Bears 7-6. Good night and go Bears.